The same Buhari was the one kidnapping Ipob family members, charging them for treason. For since then, he never. Okay. Good morning. All over the world, from wherever you may be watching us from, we welcome you all to our today's live broadcast right here from our homeland Radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. Thank you, thank you very, very much. We both. We are broadcasting from different platforms. We must continue to do so in truth and in honesty. Our leader gave us microphone, pen and paper, and that's all. Since then, we have been marvelously using them against the enemies, against their knowledge and understanding. They have always become confused. We welcome you all. I remain the fearless Ipob evangelist, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Nwachukwu. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Anenri. Anenri is a local government in Ojiriba province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under Ipob. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. He is still in DSS solitary confinement, illegally detained. And the worst is that the government that is illegally keeping Nnamdi Kanu they use the name of a man, let me just say, the government of Buhari, a dead man, the Buhari government that disobeyed court order on Nnamdi Kanu, the same Buhari kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, the same Buhari charged Nnamdi Kanu for treason and terrorism, the same Buhari died on the process, the same Buhari's government went to kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house. The same Buhari's government failed, and the same Buhari's government kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, 2021. The same Buhari's government was defeated by Nnamdi Kanu in their own court in 2022. Even in UN in 2022. But who committed treason? Buhari committed treason against a legitimate president, Alhaji Shehu Shagari, that was honorably and legitimately voted in by the people. 1979, Buhari committed treason. 1983, December 31st. Today, but Buhari ruled, he kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu that broadcast on Radio Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu did not overthrow any government. But do you know what? Buhari ended up charging Nnamdi Kanu for treason. The same treason Buhari committed 1983 December 31st against Nigerians, and they claimed that they love Nigeria. Buhari came back and ruled them. Buhari contested for election 2003, 2007, 2011. Somebody that committed treason. Another one, 2015, they gave him his turn. The same Buhari that committed treason was the man charging Nnamdi Kanu for treason. The same Buhari that is a terrorist was the man that charged Nnamdi Kanu for terrorism. The same Buhari that carried on Owerri massacre, that committed war crime. The same Buhari was the one kidnapping Ipob family members, charging them for treason. For since then, he never jailed anyone. Buhari died. His government continued. They tag us terrorists. We destroyed them. Buhari committed treason. Supreme Court to free Nnamdi Kanu. Supreme Court. That is the battle. I am giving you a line. Go to my page. Listen to the broadcast. I cut it pieces by pieces. ana m enye gị line ebe ọgụ na-aga ị ka nọ na-aka akụkọ anyị emerigo ndị a. Join us. You need to encourage yourself. Know that you need to join and move now. Ebe a ka ọgụ dị. Vọghachia Nigeria, vọghachia ya, vọghachia ya. Vọghachia Nigeria nke ọ bụla iji, vọghachia ya. Hapụ ndị a. Onwe onye anyị chọrọ igbu, we only told them, don't use us. Anyị na-aga wu ofu, go and operate. Onwe ihe metere ịsa kesi gị. Adịzịla ata ebe atachiri ihe anyị na-eme. That's what we thought. Onwe ya anyị na-anaghị alụ ọgụ. Ọ ga-ahapụ anyị na o nwere ihe anyị na-eme ebe a. Ma ị nabataghị ịga mee ihe ị na-eme, ọ ihe anyị na-eme na Ipob, ọ ihe anyị lụrụ. Ọgụ ahụ agụgo. Ha enweta aha. That's amago ha na-atụzi ha aka. Follow us and deal with these people. Follow us. Ajụgo unu nye m informations of the Supreme Court judges. Unu ekwebe ewetara m pictures ha na family ha. Ebe ahụ nke ọgụ ụlọ, unu hapụ ebe ọgụ ụlọ ka ga na-aga. Ọwụ nke alụgburu a na-akros ya. Anaghị akros ịlụgbu ọgụ kros ọ gawa n'ihu ọgụ anyị nọ. Adịzịla aga back. Chọpụta mgbe ị meriri agha. Chọpụta mgbe ị defeat sektọ ọbụla. O nwere ebe ọbụ ị defeat, ịma na unu emerigo sektọ. Ifesi ebe ọzọ ịma na ọgụ ka anyị nọ. Ị naghị ahụ ọgụ anyị na-alụgbucha, we win. People aga ama na anyị na-win until they declare Biafra. But anyị nwa nọ n'ọgụ, we know when we won. Nke ọ bụla anyị gwa gị na anyị emerigo, ifesi ọzọ. Ifesi ọzọ, ịma ịbakwa ọgụ anyị na-alụra from how many years? Anyị rute ebe anyị merie ndị anyị kwasa mgbogbo ndị anyị alụwa ọgụ. Anyị alụwa ọgụ, Chineke anyị ngwa ọgụ. Anyị asị focus, anyị efesi edo. After finishing the war, we move forward. The worst is ma ị chọpụta gị mgbe ọgụ ụgụrụ, ị ka nọrọ n'azụ, anyị ga-ahapụkwa gị. Ọgụ dị on, let us pray. Nara ekele, nara otuto, nara ọchịcha mmadụ na mbụli elu, nara echi isi bụ chi na-adị ruo ebighị ebi. Chineke ndị Biafra, Chineke Ipob, Chineke Nnamdi Kanu. Imeela onye udo, imeela onye amara, imeela onye ịhụnanya, imeela onye anyị ji eme ọnụ, anyị enweghị chi ọzọ na-abụghị gị. Ị na-adịrị anyị mma, ịdịkwara na anyị ebube. Ịbụkwa na ochi, ikwetụbeghị ka achị anyị ọchị. Imeela, ọ na-abụ ọgbaji ụtọrọ, anyị asị ha chere na anyị agaghị eme mmadụ ala ahụ ka obere chi ọzọ. Sinsi ahụ otu aka Ipob leadership iji wee mee ha encourage ha ekwetụbeghị ka e nwee rọn nke ga-ebilite n'etiti ha, nke ga-eme onye ọbụla ga ahead order ka ọ gaa mere onwe ya chi ọzọ. Sinsi ahụ Nnamdi Kanu hapụrụ anyị ebe a na ntọrọ atọrọ ya. Sinsi ahụ o nwebeghị rọn bilitere na leadership si ka anyị kpere chi ọzọ. Nara ekele, nara otuto, ebe wezụtara anyị rọn. Anyị enweghị rọn nke na-enye mmadụ ọda, ya kpere chi ọzọ, ya mere onwe ya chi ọzọ. Sinsi ahụ Ipob nọkwa ebe a, kama na anyị mana onye ọbụla achọrọ irimen n'Ijipt na ọ dịkwa free. Onye na-achọghị ịpụ n'oru, ọ dịkwa free irimen. Kama na anyị nwa gwerela eze ụdị ị na-eju anyị, ị na-echekwa anyị, ị na-ewetakwara anyị ihe anyị na-eri. Nara ekele, a na-achọ anyị ebe niile n'ụwa niile, a na-edegide anyị n'ebe niile, ị na-anọnyekwa anyị n'ebe niile. Enweghị ambasadọ dị after us, sọsọ gị nwa ambasadọ anyị n'ụwa niile. Nara ekele, nara otuto n'ihe ị na-emere Nnamdi Kanu. Ọkwa idewere ebe ahụ, amụma ya mezuo. Ọ bụrụ na ọ nọ ebe a ga-asị na ọya na-eji nje, na ọya na-eme ya ome, ma idewere ebe ahụ ọ na-emezu. O nwekwe ndị fọrọ, anyị na-ayọ gị ebe nwere ntụziaka, o nwere ụzọ ọzọ ị ga-esi ata Naijiria ahụhụ. Anyị ma na ijide Nnamdi Kanu ebe ahụ wee ta ha ahụhụ, maka na iji Nnamdi Kanu bụọ ha ọnụ niile ọ bụrụ ha na redio Biafra bụ ihe na-eme. Kama ihe anyị na-ayọ gị, hapụzie Nnamdi Kanu, werezi ụzọ ọzọ taa Naijiria ahụhụ. Chukwu abịa makwa ya ka anyị na-ayọ gị. E nwere ụzọ ọzọ ị ga-eji ata ndị ahụ. Anyị ma nke imegoro ha eme, ma ndị mmadụ amaghị, anyị ma na maka anyị ka iji eme ihe ya. Ịhụrụ anyị nwere ebe anyị dị ukwuu. Were ụzọ ọzọ taa ha ahụhụ, hapụzie Nnamdi Kanu. Anyị ma human being. You are God. 1000 years dị ka ede n'anya gị. 2 years a dị anyị ka 40 years. Tọpụziri anyị Nnamdi Kanu na-abụ tie Naijiria mmanwụ. Imeela eze udo, imeela eze ama. Iji Nnamdi Kanu bụ ndị ọnụ, o mezugokwa. Nara ekele, nara otuto n'aha gị, chi ukwu okike abịa ama pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have prayed. Ise, thank you. We move. Simply. Share it all. Ịnụkwa m akụkọ. Buhari carried on Owerri massacre. Buhari committed genocide against the Biafran people. Buhari massacred us in Igbocha. Buhari but the same Buhari charged Nnamdi Kanu for treason. Now ask yourself, why was the Northerners comfortable with the overthrowing of Shagari? Then you ask yourself, who organized the overthrowing of Shagari? It was the Northerners. They sent Buhari to come and overthrow Shagari because Ekweme was there as vice. Because Okadibo was there as special advisor to Mr. President on political matters. And Ojukwu returned in 1982. And they were on tension, saying that the man they fought war with, he have returned, and his brother is the vice president. And they knew that Shagari has soft mind. They knew that Okadibo is there. They now saw that Ojukwu is now the president because his brother is vice. They said no. Shagari want to fuck up. They organized themselves in the north. They say, okay, it is the turn of Buhari. Because during the genocide of the killings of Biafra, it was double pay. But Buhari have received triple pay. Capture Zwakari double pay. Capture Abagara double pay. Capture Ono double pay. Capture Abba double pay. Capture Iguacha double pay. Capture Eketi double pay. Capture Wari double pay. Capture, what is it called? Afibo double pay. Capture Nsuka double pay. Capture Abakaliki double pay. Capture Umahia double pay. Capture Mbise double pay. Capture Abagana double pay. Capture Onitsha double pay. Capture Oka double pay. Capture Kigwe double pay. Right? What was the double pay? Buhari ruled Katsina as a governor. He later came and overthrew Shagari, December 31st, 1983. Treason, no, Buhari committed treason. Treason, the man that charged Nnamdi Kanu for treason and terrorism, committed it already. Buhari committed treason. Now you see how useless Nigeria is. This is where you want us to belong to. With our level of reasoning, to be Nigerians, you must be a fool. So, our level, don't you see how we reason? Are we supposed to be? Just tell yourself the truth. As Nigerians, is Nigeria fit to us? Are we supposed to be Nigerians? Do we reason like you? You Nigeria, do we reason like you? Are you not foolish? They use the name of somebody that died and ruled you for 6 years. Are you not fools? And they use that name to conduct election. You become useless. When you could not be able to stand up and say, Buhari, defend that you are alive. Defend the image of Nigeria. Now Nnamdi Kanu is in your custody. Challenging Nnamdi Kanu to come and prove before the National Assembly how he said you are dead. So that you clear the image of Nigeria to be presentable to the world before you leave office. And some idiots today that call themselves intellectuals, they thought that the image of Nigeria had been cleared when the president was not able to defend himself, even as Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. And everybody knew Buhari died. So that is what made them sue animals. When a serious issue was raised, they forgot that if Buhari was not able to defend himself, come out, speak for food, come out, address the press, come out, do all those things Nnamdi Kanu did, that the result is dead, that Buhari is dead. But it was in the hand of Nigerian youth to clear it by confronting Attorney General. I gave these people more than 4 broadcasts on this. Confronting Attorney General, telling him that we have seen your first 5 amended camp charges. We have seen your first 7 amended camp charges. And we have seen your second, your 7 amended camp charges. We have seen the 3rd amended camp charges, that is 15 amended camp charges. Right? Now, bring 5 amended camp charges, plus it to 7, 12. 12 plus 15, 27. 27 amended camp charges. In all these account charges, there was no place Malami said, Nnamdi Kanu said that Buhari died. There was no place Malami wrote and said, Nnamdi Kanu said, Buhari raped Aisha at the age of 13. There is no place Malami wrote and said, Buhari molested Aisha at the age of 9. There was no place, no amended camp charge, none of the camp charge where Malami wrote and said, Nnamdi Kanu said, wherever Muslims gather in Nigeria, that if there is even 10 years Fulani, he will lead in prayer. Even where Tinubu is now, Tinubu cannot lead in prayer where a Fulani is. Even as a president of Nigeria. Was Malami able to add any of these facts in the charges? He was uselessly busy and idiotically foolish, writing answers, writing unknown gunmen, writing attack on INEC offices, writing rubbish, as useless as he is, because he knew that the youth of Nigeria and Nigerian citizens are so foolish, like even idiot is more smarter, because idiot can dodge, idiot can go in, close it, even tortoise can go in, close theirs, but Nigerians remain foolish that Nnamdi Kanu gave them weapon to chase away Tinubu, to chase away the cabals. What was the weapon? Please, Mr. President, before you leave office, make sure you tell the world, you clear this image that Nnamdi Kanu say you are dead. No, now he's in your custody. You tell Nnamdi Kanu to bring his witness before the House of Assembly. Then IPOB will send delegates. Ohanese will send delegates. Yoruba will send delegates. Then Igbos will send delegates. Northerners will send delegates. Then Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer will also be there. Then they will be there. Nnamdi Kanu will prove to the world how Buhari died. And Buhari will prove to the world how he's alive. It was a weapon to chase away the criminals. But because Nnamdi Kanu is involved, Biafra is involved, Nigerian youth choose PVC, as useless as they are. PVC is useless to this very point. I gave them this point daily. I said, your best PVC is to take Buhari to clear the image of Nigeria before he leave office. That's the number one PVC. But because we are Biafrans and they don't reason like us, and especially we IPOB, they don't reason like us. They reason like fools, thinking that even if you don't respond to what we are saying, that tomorrow we will stop. It is nonsense. You don't think so, because we did not come to try. You see, this is Nigeria. You don't want to say truth. It is our duty to destroy it. Whether you say truth, whether you defend Nigeria, it is indefensible. We will destroy it. Have you not bet us? Go and ask Buhari when he was alive. He bet us. Now they cannot challenge them in their court. You cannot jail me. He told Bin Tanyako, you are not educated enough to jail me. Bin Tanyako confirmed that Nnamdi Kanu is so brilliant. Let us tell them that Buhari committed treason. Are you aware? And he's the one that disobeyed court. Now you see how we destroy Nigeria. You now see why we tell you to be patient with us, because this very rubbish cannot keep us here. Nobody can hold us here. The Supreme Court judges have been defeated by us. If you can join this battle, the Supreme Court judges have already been defeated. Do you understand? Our leader taught us this very work. I don't know why our people don't understand when we defeat some idiots. We have defeated those idiots. Let us move. Chase these people away. Get us the informations of the Supreme Court judges. It's very simple. Our people, some of us are in the opportunity to get it for us accurately. Let us deal with them now in our manner. Public. When the man job before they will address people, Hebrews or Mewudo. I remember the uselessly popular. Before a woman go to you don't get your hand by your before. Because him about you. So you will always try to buy them something. May hope you thought before, because truth have come out. Right? Oh, that I say, man, I am making uselessly popular. Una no lie mania. We're trying for Tundia. Off for some days. Do you understand? The duty of the lawyers is to follow their legal proceedings. Right? Your duty as a movement is to say no. Not to your lawyers, but to the anything called adjournment. It is our duty. The duty of the lawyers is to say, give us closer adjournment. The job is divided. Right? So the lawyers have followed legal proceedings, appealing that they should give them 28. And you as a movement who secured victory, who suffered, who have been killing, who is the people that Nnamdi Kanu leads, your duty is to say no to adjournment. As simple. All we know is that we have date of court, 14th of September, in Supreme Court. That should be your stand. Ogene Okwana Aburi always stand. Obeba we bazo, imabu no Supreme. Who konda? Obodo no nwuru to ha shi mecha mepu na ya, anyị mana ha mepuru. Ka ha mara na ha ga-enye ndị anso, then mara na ya adịghị mfe. Because ọ ga-esit, but make ha mata na ịdịghị mfe. Because the foundation in their hand now will still give them another grant to truncate. But when they want another day, they put on to truncate. Any land grant, ever last bus stop, or come by me to the room. Uba or Gubito, happen that I may be naga. Or maybe I have to get from low court to the letter and all go final. Just send it away. Hannah pretend, or come on, okay, this new UK High Commission ever. Or come on, young. Butranya akụkọ onye ahụ ka imepekwuo ya. Onye na Supreme Court ndị a na-akpa. British High Commission nke a kpatara. Onye na Supreme Court ahụ na-akpa. Wepụta na onye a ka ime ya attach na Supreme Court a pinchọ ha. Onye nwa na-eme injinia. Mụna echefuzolo tesa alụ ọgwa. Anyị anagokwe ndị a n'iyi. Let us continue. Ịmakwa onye anyị bụ. My colleague gave report 1835 that excuse me. It's all right. I'm back. Oh, it's my children. They just returned from somewhere. Thank you. We move. Macaulay said a British diplomat in his report, 1835, he said, "This is a nation I have seen on earth that have no single beggar, and they are very, very strong, looking for what they will eat." Do you understand the kind of people we are? We define weather. We will tell you that rain will fall by looking on the cloud. We will tell you that this rainbow we are just seeing, that the rain will stop falling, or that there will be heavy rain soon. We will feel cold weather. I will tell you that the rain have fallen somewhere, or the rain is about to fall. Anyone it is given, whether it is given negative or positive, our people will tell you. We have solution for almost everything before the white man came. What they did was to hide our own and they present their own. That's why some people tell you, white man brought this thing, white man brought this thing. I begin to laugh at them. You are dreaming. So, white man brought something, they did not bring food for us. So, the white man, if we can discover that bitter leaf, we can do it, we can squeeze it and make sure that we get it to the right, so that we can eat it, use it to cook soup. Did the white man scientists come into there? Is it white man that told us that ogre must be smelling before we use it? What did the white man brought? They brought Maggi. But we have ogre. We have OEP. Right? Over. It will do as if it is, at least, you will make sure it, at least, do as if it is about to be condemned or something. Then, before you eat it, I say no way to go. Is it the white man that discovered us? They saw all this arrow, they choose the right one. Is it the white one? Have we not been okay before they came? We have been writing before they came. We even write on stones. You know, I call me, you know, 82 body, it has than this, or in 1 million. Me, we get to. You don't really have to pass. Is it one man that told us? Akwe he bagi like aki or something. Some they use Aiza. Maybe Bodasa. We know it. This is our place. I am Ruri. Before they brought olive oil, I am again rag. We have a rag. Oh, when I get ya. Okay, it's all right. Do you understand? So, when you are fighting us, you know the kind of people you are fighting. We are not soft, but we are always patient. That's why we need command so that we can achieve something. We don't need to work individually because our fathers have tested Igwe, right? Multitude. They knew it. They now say Igwe Bike, right? Then that does not stop our fathers from condemning criminals and even chase them away from the community. So because they need people, does not stop them from fighting criminals, does not stop them from making laws that white people came and learned from us. In the Bible, they don't count women. We started counting women. We counted women. They said in Israel, they count men. We count women. Today, they count women in the world. We started it. We gave them position. We gave them grant. Right? People that define weather. You come, you gather in Nigeria, you gather in Abuja, you say you can stop us with your... So if we are out, we say we'll destroy you. You can stop us. Who are you to stop us? Have you forgotten in the Warriors? 1803 to 1899. Have you... yes? 1900 to 1930 in the Warriors. Then Ekumeku War, 1803 to 1899. Have you forgotten 1945? Have you forgotten 1929? These things have been here. We are undefeated people, undefeatable people. You cannot defeat us. You cannot. There is no way you can do it. The only thing is that when we decide to hand over to you, did you not see Biafra genocide? The world studied. They expected us to be defeated within 2 months. It didn't work. Gowon said 2 days. 2 months didn't work. 6 months didn't work. 1 year didn't work. 2 years didn't work. It was 2 years and 11 months. They said no. We don't need to look. Let us stop them. Because we have already crossed the Rubicon. Then. Ojukwu started with 3,500 soldiers. But after that very battle, over 30,000 Biafra soldiers shot themselves to death in the bushes, saying that they can never be Nigeria again. They killed themselves. Biafra army, over 30,000. And that is why, when we are telling them that this very time around, our people should hold on and follow us. Listen to IPOB and know what we are doing. Let us continue. We have seen Nigeria. We knew the topic they rose up, they brought up when Buhari won in 2015. They said, Nnamdi Kanu is agitated because their brother, Jonathan, lost election. So when we wanted to pick up that very language, they now called them themselves. They said, no, that language will destroy the South-South and the Southeast senatorial zone we created. Let us leave that language. And they now go back. Do you understand? Because when they brought that thing closer, they knew that they are almost to destroy the South-South. How can you say that Nnamdi Kanu is agitating because his brother Jonathan lost the election? Do you understand? And we wanted to hook on that very campaign. They said, no, don't raise that. Don't raise that. It will bring them together again. But those people from the South-South, they call South-South today because nobody is from South-South. Those people they call South-South, nobody is from Niger Delta, nobody is from South-South. Nobody can prove it. that they have ever gone to any part of the world and see or saw somebody that is from South. So that language cannot exist in our land. Just that it is existing in Nigeria. Nigeria can pronounce it, right? But we don't know the meaning of that language, South. In our region here, we don't know the meaning. It's English language, but we have searched, we have never seen it. It doesn't exist anywhere. So English language did not stop in our place. It did not, it did not start in Nigeria. Nigeria is not the owner of English language. If the owner of English does not have South in geopolitical zone, you that learned English should not make a pronouncement and create geopolitical zone with the name of South. Is English language your language? No. Then, why did you not confirm that those that have the language English, that they have what is called South zone, geopolitical zone, before you mention your own? Are you teaching England English? So Nigeria is now telling them that at least they are supposed to fix South in their English language. But they don't have it. It is meaningless. So they cannot name a geopolitical zone South. So how come you that went and learned English, you now name us South? The only thing that can stop this Akaiji now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, otu Akaiji cannot to pay. Only anything he can within Nigeria here. Forget everyone iji ma ya na na kan ero ya ha ugo lo ni. Ero ya na Lagos ero ma ego obele ero ya. Let's ero ya na mgbada eba. Oya ka iji si ka inwe nwere onwe. If a policeman Okeke from my village shot somebody in Okigwe, ama na Okeke wonye ndị abo. Aga na ndị abo joy Okeke gini me eji gbagbu onya. Owo somebody there, he will come from Zamfara, bia gbagbu mmadụ na Afikpo, laghachi Gombe, Dan Rosien. As I will get him, he will face the law. Are you foolish? Country does not know when they gave birth to children. They don't know when somebody died. A very useless country. They don't know the means of giving birth in Nigeria. Nigerian government does not know the means of giving birth. What they know that people are giving birth to children and people are dying. Government does not take note of dead people. They don't care. They don't know if somebody died. They don't know if somebody was giving birth to. They don't know. That's why they cannot cook the food that will reach everybody. Because if you don't know how many children you have, you will not know how many cups of rice you will cook. How can Nigeria be feeding people they don't know their number? Hey, 200 million. Are you mad? How can you quote 200 million? How many people was given birth this year? How many people was killed by Fulani herdsmen? How many people was killed by the army? How many people was killed by the police? How many people was killed by road safety? How many people was killed by the bandit? How many people was killed by custom? How many people was killed by civil defense? How many people was killed in Nigeria? Hey, 200 million Nigeria. How many people was given birth to? Do you have a hospital where they give birth to children? Now we have 200 and something million. The people that are quoting this, they say they're intellectuals. Or how did you get your figure? Now through the census. So since after the census, what was the addition? But other countries, they can tell you that the children was given birth to. That's why the only citizen they knew in the state are House of Assembly members, State House of Assembly. In Nigeria, National Assembly and senators, ministers. That's all. These are the citizens. When something comes, they will share it among them. Nobody knows us. They don't care about us. Do you understand? So these are things we are facing. Just like you are a Nigerian now. Somebody claims he's a Nigerian now. You are a condemned criminal. Are you aware? Okay, you want to say, no, I did not steal. I did not kill. I'm not a condemned criminal. Tell me where the people that government have the right to kill at any time. Is it not condemned criminal? Then I ask you, tell me anybody that is in Nigeria that is free. Until you, even if you go to your bed, the army can come and break your house. and tag you IPOB or ESN. Two of us. So now I ask you, somebody that will be driving on the road and Fulani can shoot and kill that person, are you not a condemned criminal? Tell me somebody that the government can decide and kill. Okay, you'll be in a community now, Fulani will invade and kill your communities. So don't you know that all of you are condemned criminals? If you are life imprisonment, at least nobody will kill you. If you are a convict on terms of jail, even if you are convicted 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, 21 years, nobody will go and kill you. Only condemned criminal they can decide, even they decide this condemned criminal, sometimes they bring them down to 10 years or they bring them down to life imprisonment. But in Nigeria, nobody is safe. Stray bullet can kill you at any time. Everybody is condemned. Both the children, everybody can be killed. You can be going on the road. They say it's accidental discharge. You will die. You can be going, trailer will fall and hit on your vehicle. The container will fall because of bad road. You may be going, container, what is it called? Fuel, tanker fuel will fall and burn down the community because everybody is condemned already. So if such thing happen, it doesn't pain the government, it doesn't pain the British, it doesn't pain the West, because it is in their program. Everybody that says the Nigeria is a condemned criminal. Are you not condemned? So you have never had a family member or relative that fall victim in the hand of Nigeria. And you think we are free. So those roads, those express roads, you used to hear that Fulani friend came and blocked it and kill people, kidnap people. So because you have not come across such road, and you think it will not come to your area, everybody that is a Nigerian citizen is a condemned criminal. Or you tell me how many Fulani that have been put to jail if they are not doing the will of the government, if they are not doing according to how Nigeria is. Everybody is a condemned criminal. So if Fulani kill you, you cannot be judged. Fulani cannot be judged. Do you understand? So that's why army can kill you. You can't see the army itself because you're already condemned criminal. Now even the army, the government will set them up in the hand of terrorists. Terrorists will kill them. The army are also condemned criminals. Now even the army general Atahiru, he was shot down by the terrorists, Fulani, banditry herdsmen. He died. They call it plane crash. Because he's a condemned criminal. Both the president is a condemned criminal. Buhari died. They refused to announce his death. He is a condemned criminal. He was a condemned criminal when he was alive. They buried him in Saudi Arabia. No, they denied his death. Because he is a condemned criminal. Tinubu is also condemned. Because that's why the West rigged him in. So that when they burst out in the Niger Republic, they will use him as their seat. Tinubu will become a seat. Because when Tinubu wants to take control of his position, the West will meet him and say, you know you have drug case in America. Do what you are telling you. If you don't do it, if you hear Tinubu saying, I am under pressure. Pressure for what? Are the West the president of Nigeria? The pressure is that you were rigged in. And the West did it so. And the Fulani did it so. So that you will sign and approve all Fulani agendas because you was rigged in. Then you will sign and carry on all the Western agendas because you was rigged in and you have drug cases and you have more than 15 bank accounts, right? And you have abandoned accounts. Tinubu, two of us. So that's why when he said, I am under pressure, people will think that he is under pressure because he's important. No, because he is a condemned criminal. He's also ruling condemned country, a criminal. Because for Tinubu not to give order that court order should be paid, he's also a criminal. Only a criminal president will come up as a president and say disobedient to court order. He will not meet up with it. He will leave it and start talking about that thing, talking about subsidy. Is subsidy to be compared with disobedient to court order? Somebody that is ruling a country without a constitution. If you have constitution, why is it that your court orders have not been obeyed? So Tinubu as a president is a criminal for sitting on a judgment that has been passed by the appeal court. Now you see why what makes him a criminal. It's only a criminal president that will come in and say disobedient to court order and sit on it. And when I need this superior argument, hey, what are you saying? I ain't got Madoni. I ain't got Madoni. Superior one now. Okay, let him obey court order. If there is no particular government we are holding on court order, we are holding Nigerian government. Anybody that occupies their seat as their president should obey court order. He has no different constitution that instituted the appeal court and a constitution that instituted the INEC. It is the same constitution that every board department have their paragraph and sections in the constitution. The same constitution made him a president. Even as he didn't win, they based on the constitution and sworn him in. So, if Tinubu is the president, he should obey court order. So, any Nigerian president that is on seat now, since October, whether those that hand over to you, they were sitting on disobedient to court order, then you come in and you occupy it. You knew that since October 2022, that Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted, and you came in, you start sitting on a judgment that have already been passed, and you want people to beg you. Like we said to the people that this is not an individual matter. It is a matter of the president, of Nigeria and the Biafra. Nobody should present Tinubu as an individual. We are begging. Nobody begs. We are telling them that court order should be obeyed. We don't beg. We have secured it. It is unmovable. Obey court order. Presentable to any government in the world. We can take it anywhere. We can even take it to God. We can take it to anybody. Obey court order. It is presentable. A very superior weapon. We secured it. Very costly. So you think we are movable? Around our body. Where were you when the judgment was given? So you want the match to be cancelled. Okay, that's why you want trouble in the field. So that they will cancel the match and cancel the goals. You are dreaming. You score own goal in Kenya. It's ordinary rendition. It's an own goal. Disobedient to court order is also goals. Now, all our victories in court are goals. So how many goals have we scored? When you try to kill Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, do you see what you gave to us? With the gun, we cannot get it. We secured it in Umuahia verdict, 19th of January 2022. The court said he did not jump there. He escaped military assassination attempt. In June 2022, UN said that Nnamdi Kanu should be released immediately. And that IPOB and the activities are right. They are legal. One, another goal. Then, do not forget extraordinary rendition. It is an own goal. Malamis score it in their post. Goal in their post. You can only count it off when you are fighting with political party. You don't count it off when you are fighting with IPOB. We don't move anywhere. We have no other option. Everything has been taken away from us. Our oil, our coal, our everything. The only thing that remains when we was about to die was Nnamdi Kanu. God gave him to us. He brought IPOB to Nnamdi Kanu. That's all. Apart from these two things, you are dreaming. And if you think we can abandon these two things and start going and do what now? What else do we have? We don't have room. We don't have anything. You gave Fulani, you said it is Ruga. That is my land. He said, so if not that, we said no. So what do we have now? Do we have road? Do we have seaport? Do we have international airport? Do we have international presence? Show me one embassy. Embassy in Biafra land. Show me where is PZ? Where do they took them to? Where do they take Calvary to? All this UAC. Where did they take them to? Where is our companies? Where is everything? Where is the textile mill? Where are all these things? Where is ceramic? You think we have any other option? You took our tangerine, you took our alum, you took our salt in Ebony, you took our red malt, you took our everything. And you think intimidation will stop us. You are dreaming of whatever option. And I say, okay, let me use the other option. We have no other option than to restore Biafra. So if you are doing any other thing, you are dreaming. This thing must go inside their skull. And you make an option or not about Biafra. So if you are a Nigerian, you think, you have option. Your option is another election. Your option is always useless. When you fall into the hands of this criminal, it's okay, next time, I will not vote you, are a fool. After caging yourself in one cage, now going you. Next time, I will not vote you. As if people was not voted in 1993. 1993. What changed? Did anything change? Now, give him a position now in your government. Don't you know that appointed What of Funagoro? Dr. What of Funagoro, Information and Culture Minister? Are you not aware from Amibu? What did we achieve? Was he able to secure us? As Lai Mohammed even facilitated the Fulani herdsmen. We did not say he should protect. We are peace-loving people. We are not trouble. But we said, can you show me one thing we got from What of Funagoro? When Oladipo Dia was a minister, he was a minister. Jeremiah Yoseni was a minister, he was a minister. Major General Abdulkarim Adisa was a minister, he was a minister. Abdulkarim Adisa was demolishing our shops in Lagos. Our shop was also demolished in Trinity, number 7 Delebakari Street, Olodo Apapa, Lagos, opposite Elf, beside Trinity bus stop. 1996, 1997. He destroyed Coca. Right? Our shops also in Coca. He destroyed many places. He destroyed Airport Road. Ikeja, Abdulkarim Adisa. We have things here. Adamapam. Ogwa the serious. What have we achieved? In their 1999, after their election, they said, okay, Igbos will be the Senate president. Who was the first Senate president? Evans said, show me one thing we got from Evans. Within some months, what did we hear? He have been impeached. Who took over? Adolphus Nwaba. Show me, no, not Igbo or Biafra. Abia, show me what you have from Adolphus. Nothing. He's from Okwa. He's from Okwa. Evans said, not Igbo. We don't want Igbo to ask Evans, what did you bring to us? Ngwa Igbo, show us what Evans brought. Nothing. Okay, an empire signing. Now, he walked from Ishago to Okigwe. How many months was he there? The next person, Chibaka Igbo becomes Senate president. One tenor. One person should finish one tenor. The 5 states took over one tenor. All of them became Senate president. You see the game of Fulani. From Imo to Abia. Abia to Anambra. Anambra to Ipob. Ebonyi to Ken Nnamani. Enugu State. 5 of them as foolish and as useless and as idiotic and as stupid as they are. You know, when they are messing up like that, they don't know that time will come when we will refer to their stupidity. That's why we are telling others that are practicing their own now. You will be references to stupidity and foolishness. Whenever we want to analyze stupidity or foolishness, your name will be added because you are a fool. Do you understand? Yeah. Do you understand? That was not happened there. We move. So let us continue. What we are saying is that Supreme Court should not joke with us. They should not play with what we have secured. It did not come easy. It wasn't cheap. Excuse me. I need to go ahead and set to so let's move. Share it very, very wide. We have seen Vice President Alex Ekweme to Shenali. We have seen advisor to Mr. President Chuba Kanibo. We have seen another military Vice President Ebutu Kiwe to Babangida. We memorize these things now, though I stopped in primary 4 first time. But I have retentive memory. That I was born 98 something. Adam Akwama. In case you don't know. I Maduabuchi Nwachukwu. Right? That is it. The other here. I na agba mgba. They came in, they say it is devilish. Ugbu a ha na anyị na-agazi ele wrestling. In our own, anaghị akwụwa mmadụ isi n'ekere mgba. Ekere mgba, your father will prepare you. You go. Eke ịkwado gị gaa. Ha bịa wọchịkwa gị n'ihu anya gị. Ejituo mmadụ na libilie. Ejituo gị second one. Ọ dịka asị na ọtịrịrans. Ejituo gị bilie. Ndị ọcha mụtara n'aka anyị. Ha bịa ozugbo. Sapụ ebe ha sapere na Baịbụl. Site n'ụzọ ikpere arụsị. Onweghị mmụọ anyị na-ekwuru bịa sị ya na anyị na-ekpere gị. Na ọ na anyị na-eme ekere mgba. Because our fathers don't want us to go outside and learn evil. They brought celebration community by community. They must brought thing. At least you celebrate 3 times in a year. Some 4 times. That thing must come. And every year people will be, they will bring you up in your community. They don't want you to go out and learn evil. And before they brought or established some occasion or celebration, something we used to celebrate, you know that they have it very well. Because if you haven't plastered your house, paint it, or plaster the house, you don't need to put curtain. Or start painting it. If you don't plaster the house, you don't paint it. So before they started preparing these things for us, our fathers, you know that they have it very well. They feed their children. Before they remember, okay, let us set this thing now so that we will celebrate, we will drink. So these things have been here. Before Jesus came and said, hey, 2000 and something years ago. Na Bible otechide ya Muhammad na nke akwụkwọ ọbara. N'anya anyị atawago ọjị nwa mmanya ngwọ ma mmanya nkwụ n'ofu iko. O jikwa ofu iko feed ụmụazị. O wekwara achịcha ahụ n'ofu efere ọkwa ọjị anyị nnọgoro ebe 4000 and something years anyị bidoro mewe before ya ọ na-abịa. Ọjị anyị ka Jizọs nwetara nke ya na achịcha. Asịsị m hapụzi ọjị na onye na-ata ọjị na-ewere ọjị na ọ na-ekpere arụsị na mtazi achịcha. Beta achịcha ahụ ka ọ gara were nke ya nwanwu ka ọ mụtara amụta. Anyị nwanwe original. Mmanya anyị na-aṅụ ya n'ofu iko. Ọ ya nwanwe iko nke ewukwa ọbara Jizọs. Anyị na-aṅụ ya n'ofu iko nke a na-egosi orikọ. Mgbe Jizọs nyere ụmụazị ya, ọ gwa ha na ọnwụ na ọ dị holy because e nyere Judas. Jizọs akpọghị onye oshi already. He called him a thief. Mgbe Judas si ga-ere olive oil kee ya ndị arịrịọ. Jizọs gwara na iwu onye ochi. So how come ọ ga-eje nye Judas ihe dịkwa nsọ ma ọ bụrụ na e nwere asụsụ ahụ n'Igbo? Maka ihe nwere wa asọ, ihe dị asọ na asụsụ Igbo. Nsọ wụ ihe wụ arụ, but asọ wụ right language. Ọ dị asọ, right? Now, Judas akpọgoro onye ochi already ka e nyeziri ihe dị asọ. No, lee Jizọs kwuru, ọ sị na-emenụ nke a na ncheta nke m, right? Na ọ ga na-egosipụta ịhụnanya n'etiti unu. That is to say, ihe a wụ orikọ, ihe a wụ ọgbụgba ndụ anyị na-eme ya already. Isoro your father, isoro ndị obodo na-ata ọjị n'ofu efere, ire nwanne gị ma ọ gbuo nwanne gị, amaghị adachie, your generation will be desolate. Otu ha si kọkwa akụkọ Judas, generation ya dịkwa desolate. Oke osisi ga-eto na be gị ma ọ bụrụ na isoro anyị taa ọjị gbuo nwanne gị. Ọ wụ orikọ. Ọ na-egosipụta ịhụnanya. Ọ bụghị ihe dị nsọ. Ọ bụrụ na adịghị oli, ihe a na-egosipụta ịhụnanya, ihe awụ ọgbụgba ndụ. Ịṅụọ mmanya n'ofu iko, inye nri n'ofu efere. Imagine nwaanyị dị ime na mmadụ na-erikọ nri, nwa ahụ nwere ike, onye ahụ nwere ike yie nwa ahụ eyie onye ahụ. Imagine ihe ọgwụgodu ma ya fọzie onye gị na ya na-etikọ ihe n'ala Igbo sị na onye a gị na ya na-etinye aka n'ofu efere na ikwesịghị ime ya ihe ọjọọ. Na ọ na-agbago ndụ. Ọ na-agbago ndụ already. Weda ma o nwere ihe gị na ya gara akpazie sị na ọ na-agba ndụ. Ha si gị na onye a na-erikọ ihe, ọ na-agbago ndụ. Ọ ya mere Jizọs na onwe ya na practice nke ọ bororo anyị well. One, mmiri nọ n'obodo unu na-aga ekuru mmiri na-etinye ya okwu. Some of them, some na-etinye okwu. Mmiri ahụ ndị nna agbago ya ndụ. Na nwa ha ọbụla na-eku mmiri ahụ, agaghị na-egbu nwanne. But some of the communities amaghị. Some this age na agbaghị ha. Na ị gaghị emejọ nwanne gị ma ọ na na-ekwu mmiri ebe ahụ, and onwe family na-ekwube mmiri ebe ahụ. That is unu niile agbago ndụ. And mgbe a chọpụtara mmiri ahụ, you don't know what they discuss. Ha wakọrọ ọchị mee orikọ. Oh, yeah, some community. Some of the things they said have defied their hamagi. A very simple something. Some of the stream you go in your place, your father suffered and go there and secure it. How and with Oboda? No one to the generation. They cannot be a company and Miruna. Now you want to go to portion now. No matter what they fight, it across community to community. All your fathers can maybe reach the agreement. They suffered for us. Somebody just said, "Nahama undo chop onye chop tarameru, chop tramon cham, chop trama alum." Ntroba, chop tramo okaz, chop ta osisa, chop to nubu na ga afọ ya afọ. Right? Chọpụtara anyị ero gbanye na nka nke ndị mmụọ, chọpụtara anyị ede site na nka wee ede ndị mmụọ ga-eri ya. Gịnị ma eribe ede ndị mmụọ? Ọkwa ime ọnwa egwe ya. These are efforts of men. Now, ọ hịara ha ọrụ to create rules. Nke na-asị to stop me here. Ebe ahụ my village, men created the rules. They didn't go to work. That's why when some people come to you, na Biafra achọ me. Aware that na community in a men joy, people died. Some was killed by wild animals when they were creating this village for you. Some of them killed wild animals to secure this village for you. Some of them came from different places. They took oath. Right? And I got a local. Ha gbara ndụ. A na-etakwa gị na onye a na anyị na ha nwanne ofu ndị na ya anaghị alụkọ. Ha gbara ndụ wụrụ nwanne kama na ha nọgo ka ha nwee ike na-echesi ndị ha naghị achụ mmadụ ịgwa ngwongwo bịa dịrị ka ị ga-alụta ọgụ. Ụta ka esi mecha ọkụpai nwetachara anyị communities. Ụfọdụ bikatakwa ha akwalikwa egen hapụ ndị ọzọ dị muvuo. O nwere ike gị na ahụ anyị nwere mgbidi n'ọgụ ịhụkwa mgbidi n'Imo. Ọkwa nwanne ha gbara ngwongwo gaa dị. Right? These are efforts of men. People died before chapter Roma. Somebody ate the wrong one. Or boy, his brother closer to him. A man and co. They now condemn that one. These are sacrifices of men and women. God did not just come and say, no. Men discovered them. Men suffered. Men took the risk. They ate the wrong one. We honor these men like white men honor their fathers who did well for them. Some of them in Christianity, they call them saints. Those that are not in religion, Christianity, they honor their people. They mold them. Those that are practicing other religion in foreign countries, they mold them, they build great, they carve their images, their fathers that died. Christianity called their own saints, like Peter. Our fathers, they are also saints. They did well. They discovered Ogri. They discovered Owa. Ogri Geshi, Imako science said they have. Afo Olubu Afo. Olubu Ndoso Jeme Flower. Afo ya Fogide. These people discovered. These people have discovered Eluak. Can you discover it? They are chopped Uli. Ya Uli. Ana aka mmadụ taa kacha ụmụaka ma onwe abata ma ihe ọdụdọ akacha ya na nkeji aka ya na-acha blak nke a na-eji edizaịn ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ma ha gawa ekere mgba ịma anyị na-agba ekere mgba nwa bekee asọ ibere arụsị. Right? I don't know why they lead me to this side because I need to come and give a broadcast for this one. I don't know why they are leading me here. Ekere mgba anyị gbara ya ha gbuo enye anyị wrestling anyị na-agba cultural dance nwaanyị toro n'elu dị ha na-apụta for the year ife n'odi sie gị join ya ndị nke ọzọ na-esie but ebe ahụ ka mmụọ onye a ga-ahụ gị n'ebe ọ na-agba egwu ebe ahụ ka ọ ga-ahụ ya sị na nwa m ga-alụ onye a ezumezu mmanya ga-akwado ya even short skirt anyị nwa agụọ ya akwa n'obi enwe open tummy otega ebidoro ya bifo nwa ya nwa bekee aga na-asị ya ahụ open tummy ọ gaghị na-agba mmanya kwado ya with short skirt ya agba ya aka nke a na-anọ n'okwu ọ na-agbado egwu gbacha ya kwadocha ya ọfụma gbaa ya isinu ịma a na-ewepụta staịl isi ugbu a nwaanyị na o teela anyị kwadowere ụmụ nwaanyị anyị n'isi far back. Gwa m ihe anyị na-amaghị bifo onye ọcha bịa gbuo gwazi anyị nọ ikpere arụsị ugbu a ụmụ anyị na-aga night club with aka spaghetti wrestling ha na-akụwa mmadụ isi ha na-echicha na akpata ozu apụta isi mmadụ na-agba ọbara nke ahụ witi ekere mgbe anyị ọhụ iji too mmadụ n'ala ibido eke nkewa ikpere arụsị anyị na-akọ akụkọ ifo a na-akpọ ndị saịdị anyị ndị ụfọdụ na-akpọ ya ịtụ ilu anyị na-akọ akụkọ ifo na akụkọ ifo ahụ nke a ga-agwa gị otu obodo unu si bịa otu eze obodo unu izizi si chịa ịmata misteki ya gwa gị na ihe gburu dị eze lekwana ihe mere eze nke a ji gaa successful right akọchazie ya akọrọ gị otu mbe na mkpi nshi gazie ahụ stori ị ga-eji ala bịata ịmata gị akụkọ obodo unu ịma ihe jikọrọ gị ya ihe ahụ edere na baịbụl otu Ehab si na-achị bifo lụọ Jezebel otu a ka a ga-esi agwa gị na eze anyị dị otu a nọ mgbe ọ lụta nwaanyị dị otu a ka kingdom ya ji daa ọkwa mgbe Ehab lụrụ Jezebel ka kingdom ya ji daa ọnwa akụkọ ahụ akọ na baịbụl kingdom dị otu a eze Herod the Tetrarch Herod nka Nebukadneza ndị nka Assyria Medes and Persian Alexander the Great Greece right Iron which is America Roman Empire and America the clay right from the image of Nebuchadnezzar. So let me just say that those things in the Bible are leaderships. Here our government church akụkọ ha ka ede na Bible. The same thing we tell our children in akụkọ ifo. We tell them how our father fell and how they did it well. They will correct it. Imetazi kọrọ ihe akụkọ ji ala ihe ọtara ha were nke ahụ laa and then with special family compound a na-eme ya. You don't do it anyhow. Right? But ha bịara lecture that time anyị na-eji aka akụkọ ifo mgbe nke ha tiri block rosary mgbe nke ha tiri Bible study egbuo nke ahụ that time anyị na-eji egwu ọnwa that time ka etiri night carol. Now Macaulay reported 1835 that there is no single beggar in our place. But do you know that the white man resulted in making us beggars? Do you know the meaning of carol? Carol is going to people's house and beg. You make noise, they will dash you 200 or 100 naira. That is night carol. It is begging. We don't beg. They brought begging to us. Our people accepted begging. You see old men and their children, they will be begging, saying, "Hano carol, I come and they go dash ego. Only Roman came na ga Roman, ke ga ego n'ụlọ. Obodo ha dị mma." I said, "No carol. Carol in the gym again." They replace our egwu ọnwa with that time. Everything they came with the replacement. And they fix exactly that time. I need to to kill that one. Mbono na egwu ọnwa. Kono na memorize. Mbanka na-eji amoni boni. Mbanka na-ebi kondo. Mbanka na-ama. Ka na-ebi to friends. Mbanka na-egwu mmiri. That time, this separation they brought will make you ineto onwe knowledge gauge. Because when you grow together, you marry her. Even if you stay 5 years with them and left them, it will still be there in you. You will know your people. Right? Our people said, our father said, Ishina compound on car, Ichaigana compound on car, Oriko. They did very well. Chop down man of Diana, and when I came, Korogo take a shot time. But everything, couple of take a shield, you go take a shield for her. Onwere ihe ị ga-echegharị chọpụta ahịhịa ọzọ eji eme nri ọsọgodo gị si n'eluigwe daa. You see eat the food of our fathers, though you call them evil father, but you have never even go inside the bush as onye chegharịzịrị chọpụtazi akwụkwọ nri ọzọ a ga-eji replace ọha or a ga-eme additional to okazi or utazi or nchụanwụ. It's still the same leaves, our fathers, the same food, those you call evil men, the same thing they discovered is what you are eating. Also, get a meat a pope lota. Also, get a pope here. Also, I will pope more get direct. Also, Gishina family Jesus. Biazeba. Na ebe shi morgan ishi ebe ahụ bịa. Ị ga-eri uri ndị nna nna anyị chọpụtara. Abacha ha ka ị ga-ata. Ndị na-aghọ iwu asị gị na aghọtara ya aghọta. Onwe pata n'ọzọ they told you ụta ga-esi agwa abacha nke ahụ. Ọ bụrụ ndị ka na-eshi ọba agwagote esi eshi ya, ndị na-agwa ụgba ha gwagote esi agwa ya. Ndị nna nna anyị chọpụtara ihe anaghị agụta ya na Baịbụl. Onwe ebe ọ nọ n'akwụkwọ sayensị, onwe ebe ọ nọkwa na onwe ọ nọ na dictionary, onwe ebe ọ nọ. And otu ga-eshi eshi ya. You don't have your own. Also, you gacha ga ugbu a si n'eluigwe daa condemn ndị nna anyị emechie chere gị ofe ọha ịma na iwe fool. Ozugbo ị bịara sị na our fathers they evil, they worship evil. Emecha echere gị ofe onugbu, you are an idiot. Go and discover your own. Ahịhịa ka nọ n'ime ọhịa. Discover, let us add it. But you discover them. Ebe ị ga-echeta ụmụaka and the fisher. Oh, he created with Amos. Ndị na anaghị create onugbu. A ga-eji esi ofe, nye gị ụgba, nye gị ogiri. Ịghọtara efeta ozugbo ebe isi chọpụtara gị eru, gụchaa ya ahụ, chọpụtara gị ji dị iche iche, gụọ ya ahụ. Ị chọcha n'ebe e gụchara agụcha n'ọlọta ozugbo. Ndị daa efu, daa efu. Emechakwa etiri gị ofe onugbu, etiri gị ofe ụtụrụkpa, etiri gị ofe ọha, because you are an idiot. Ishigila n'iyi. We move. Buhari committed treason in 1983, December 31st. Have anybody challenged Buhari and said, you committed treason? They welcomed it. But he kidnapped an innocent man broadcasting on radio Biafra Nnamdi Kanu. He started charging him for treason. 2015, treason and terrorism. From 2015, Buhari died in 2017. His government continued through Abakari. He died. Others continued. Issa Funtua died. Mama Ndaura died. Abakari died. Buhari died. Abakari went to kill him. He sent troops to go and kill him in his compound. He fell. He now resorted to death. He died. All of them involved died. Issa Funtua, all of them. Then they continued. Reaching to 2021, the remaining Buhari government gingered the Tinubu and said, before you become president, Nnamdi Kanu should not be there. If not, he will not allow you. Tinubu now, so they said, Tinubu is in your hand. If you stop Nnamdi Kanu, then you become president. Some people don't know Tinubu is fully involved. There, that's why when we are fighting this battle, I he's fully involved. At the end of the matter, Nnamdi Kanu defeated them. They now asked Tinubu, what shall we do now? You have no option. They say, okay, Fulani decided, they say, okay, let us leave the case for him. Let us force him. Do you know that the case Nnamdi Kanu's issue was why Tinubu become president? That's why Nigerians was crying. They don't care. They said, we want justice. They don't care. Because they knew that if they want to leave it for Tinubu, and the worst part is that Tinubu now occupy empty file. No trial. Do you understand? No charges. Do you see where Fulani fell? Now, at the end of the matter, Nnamdi Kanu must be freed. He's not facing trial. He's not standing any trial. He's not even, no charges before him now. That is to say, both treason and terrorism, Nnamdi Kanu had defeated them. But Nigerian government, Nigerian president committed treason. Nobody challenged him. But if you see them, if you see some idiots, Nnamdi Kanu did this, you think that they are human beings. You ask them, whose government is this? Buhari government. A man who committed treason, mutiny, overthrowing government against legitimate president of Alhaji legitimate government of Alhaji Shagari, voted in by the people in 1979. Do you understand? He was the one now who now said, hey, man, you commit treason. The same person that committed treason. The same thing with Tinubu. Tinubu came in now. He started this, he continues sitting on the judgment that have already been passed. You met an already discharged case. Your duty is to discharge it. But if for you to sit on it shows that you are a criminal. Because only criminals can accommodate criminals. You came in as a president, you saw criminality pending, committed by the past government, and you accommodated the criminality. Disobedient to God. You willingly accommodated it. You left the particular issue of freeing Nnamdi Kanu. We are moving to rubbish. Do you understand? So, that is the battle. We are dealing with our enemies. You know, at times I will start telling them who we are. For them not to say we have forgotten. Hey, they are Biafra. They say they are Biafra. If we open our mouth and tell you who we are, originally, who we are, if rainbow come out to tell you the reason of the rainbow, if it comes out the other side, we'll tell you the reason. If we hear thunder, we'll tell you the rain is about to end. If we hear another thunder, we'll tell you rain is about to fall. We know the signals. We define weather. We knew time before white man came. That's why Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, we believe in command and control. If you allow our people to use what they have here, we'll make mistake because they have so much blessings here. So that's why we are there, to guide them and bring our ideas together and jam the enemy. Anything you need, we have it here. That is the only thing keeping us survive since the conspiracy of the world. Only He have, and our God have been our means of survival. If not, what do we have? What do we have? Do you understand? So, we must continue to push. Why I am coming up with these topics is for our people to know that we do not just start, right? We did not just say, let us try. No, we know what we are doing. And you have patiently followed this very Nigerian criminal government. You can see where we are now. We are the supreme. Before you start asking God for anything, you give Him glory that we are in supreme. Now, what do we demand from you now? Come positively with your battle to Supreme Court. Our Nnamdi Kanu's council are fighting their own because they are in line, they are the same union. So they will maintain law. IPOB will also maintain law in our own side. Now, what do we have to do now, as we are doing, is that the lead council is appealing that they should allow Big 28, right? But IPOB is saying that we have date of court on the 14th. Do you understand? So, we have date of court in Supreme Court, 14th. So, if the date was changed, it is just a rumor. Do you understand? We are not sure because this is Supreme Court. You know, Supreme Court now, how can they fix a date on the 14th? And they tell you that their court will resume 25. You know, don't you see it's a rumor? Just call it a rumor. Because this is Supreme Court too. This is not a customary court or magistrate court. Do you understand? This is Supreme Court. So, to IPOB, those things are rumor. Understand what I'm saying? Now, what do we expect from you? Push them. Can we do that? So, Wahaka, the Supreme. Wahaka, Ubwa. Wahani Webber Nuna date when I hear Maria. Then it will tell them the next step to move. One may allow her who's na 2 weeks and a phone, date of court, Oga. ha rutekwa ọzọ ha ga-ahụkwa na onwe onye ewu ebe a last bus stop ihe niile ahụ anyị na-eze since anyị ezechala ya fesie supreme ka anyị kpabakwu ebe anyị kpabara ndị ọzọ ịrụ ihe ha hot na publish their picture publish ya ụmụ ebe ha na-aga mewa ogodo 10 minutes broadcast ka ị na-eme si na nka nye accurate result accurate information publish ya nye anyị pictures ka anyị were rụọ ọrụ rụnye ndị a hot then hapụzi ihe leadership ga-eweta maka some of ọrụ anyị na-arụ na-enye the lawyers ihe ha na-eme ihe ha ga-eji eme ihe right some of ihe anyị na-eme ga-enye leadership ihe ha ji eme ihe okay at times ọwụwa ha nwa na-ebido at times anyị nwa ga-ebido anyị bido ha bịazi nyezi anyị directive on that thing. Do you understand? So what you need to do is we reject changing of date. 1. 2 is that our date of court is 14th, right? Now 3 is that we want Nnamdi Kanu released on the 14th of September. If not for anything, they should use it to exchange the attempt to kill him in his house, 14th of September 2017. If they do not have any other thing to do, let them use 14th of September 2023 to exchange a little. Not that it can replace 28 men and the 7 graveyards, those that they pour acid, it cannot replace it. But as a little, as little, you can say, okay, let us see if we can equalize it with 14th of September, army invasion of his house, and 14th of 2017, and 14th of September, his Supreme Court date, 2023. This is what we expected from the Supreme Court, and we believe they will do it because we are just hearing rumor. There is no truth there. But do not go closer to what the legal team are doing. They are doing it in line with their work. But to IPOB that Nnamdi Kanu leads, we expect Nnamdi Kanu to be freed on the 15th of September. Now,